Alright, war games. Okay, a little bit of an odd map, but, well, plenty of choke points to exploit with Scorch. Waiting. There we go. Okay. 2 legions, huh? 2 legions, 2 Scorches. Or, well, there you go.
Welcome back. Pilot mode online.
It was almost the ogre town here, but, well, fine. Someone's got Ronin. Good that I'm seeing more Ronins. But okay, so, we're moving along quite quickly here in terms of gaining things, but we still got a ways to go. Well, honestly, in terms of a grind, this is a vacation.
You can stop asking if we're there yet. Finally, you just fly this thing any
Or I guess you could call it the last resort. Ha ha! But anyway, in terms of grinding, the people who complain about this being grinding, they don't know shit. Holy crap, I come from War Thunder and World of Tanks. This is a noticeably long grind, but honestly, it's leisurely. This is, I suppose, a journey. Not necessarily you know, an immense wasting, you know, an immense wasting fucking just existence. This isn't soul crushing. I don't feel like I need to be, you know, I don't need to have, you know, an IV of like morphine or coke to keep me playing the game. This is just I'm shooting things. And then eventually I get rewards for it. This is nice. See, back in the fucking gulag though, you need to work for things, or you don't get jack shit. But then again, I was one of those people that was, you know, okay with the small things in life. Mainly because it took so long to get shit in those types of games that I just kind of grew accustomed to having the small things given to me. You know, just the small upgrades. I was still frustrated, but you know what? Eventually I learned. And then, well, you had situations like, for example, the TU2, where I just gave up grinding altogether and played a fucking premium vehicle. And I was at home in that vehicle. Honestly, I want to find that home in other games. However, very few games actually really give that to me. Mainly because the vehicular-focused combat game is sort of an oddity in the European sector, I suppose. I suppose the bias is that it's only really popular with the Russians. However, Titanfall could be that type of game. I'd play World of Titans. I'd hope it'd be less grindy, but, you know, maybe Respawn and Obsidian could get together and make that game. Wouldn't that be interesting? See, they're out of work. The Russians fired them for trying to make an actually original game instead of a carbon copy of World of Tanks.
Amazing work.
They could do it. They have the expertise. All they have to do is make giant robots instead of tanks. But you see, when you take the giant robots and you think that they're tanks, and then you make different giant robots based off of, you know, the information you have about tank development and whatnot over the centuries. Or actually, over the century. Tanks have only existed for 100 years. But when you do that, you get more detail. And that's how science fiction writers come up with shit like this. For example, most of Star Wars is actually based off of fucking World War II. Though people kind of casually forget this fact. So, honestly, making a game like World of Titans where you had to bullshit like several hundred different Titan variants out of thin air wouldn't be that difficult. Fuck, I could do it.
Looks like everyone else is ready to go. Let me know when you're ready, pilot.
Put one over there and put one over here. Though, however, I'd like to point out that if World of Titans was actually a thing, I would sorely want some form of PvE mode to be well, present, like Frontier Defense, and as it was in Armored Warfare. May that game rest in peace, even though I still play it. I'm not a necrophiliac, I just liked what Obsidian did. So that's what I want. I want a battlefield. And this is about as close as I can get it, but it's still within the confines of an arena shooter. I'm not asking for an open world game, but maybe look in that direction. I want to roam. Kind of like the single player, to be honest, or rather, not necessarily exactly like the single player, but the sort of campaign, or rather idea they presented in the single player. Like, you know, Jack Archer and BT were roaming across an entire planet to do things. Yes, things were conveniently cut up with loading screens, but, you know, have stuff like they had in the trailers, where they were just kind of they were just roaming around marooned on this planet and getting into fights with the IMC. Surviving these initial engagements as they're trying to be hunted down by the law. Something like that. I suppose, to be really grand, what you could make is a game like, say, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but nix the PvP element. Or rather, DayZ, where we just drop into a planet in our Titans, and then, well, we make our way around to key objectives on this very large map that we need to, well, we need to do something to. Destroying them being the simple option. Like, say we land on, I don't know, a desert planet, and our objective is to destroy all of the fuel harvesting or mining operation sectors on the entire planet. And there's like 30 people in that one game trudging around doing stuff. That would be interesting. I think technology is, you know, video game technology has advanced to the fact that we could actually probably have a game like that. I can't speak for what the quality would be like, and it'd probably feel less polished than Titanfall 2 is right now, because just by nature of being more open. Also, that's a lot of infantry down there. I hope someone's got that. Well, I still hit him. He's not dead, but I still got him. However, that's a lot of infantry poking at the harvester right now. Also, I'm stuck on the fucking Legion, and I'm burning myself with my fucking thermite. I look like a fucking chump. But, like, extrapolate this idea out from a very large version of Frontier Defense. Like, say there are objectives on the map, and then, you know, events happen. Whereas, like, the IMC call in reinforcements, and we have to go, well, they have a marked drop zone. And so then we go in, you know, you have a bit of a couple of minutes to sort of arrange an ambush, and then get them as they're trying to land, so that it don't cause problems to everyone else sitting on the map. This would be interesting. However, I understand this would take a lot of technology and power behind it, and it would not be the smoothest running game, because, shit son, look at DayZ and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Those games are buggy. But, it might be interesting. And having, I don't know, having that or World of Titans behind it, well, you know, it being World of Titans on the back end, that'd be interesting. Then again, I'd still play this sort of hypothetical World of Titans even if it was just Frontier Defense matches over and over again. I'd like there to be more things to do, however, I would be accepting of this. But this is just my spirited rambling for video games that I want to see, even though the only thing I can really do for video game development is be an idea guy. Do we have? Yeah, no. I do not have enough money. But I will. Dumpmeyer, actually, see, where's this extra $5 keep coming from? I don't know, but it's useful. Okay, so there, actually, I think what I could do, because they usually come over here. They like using this lane back here.
Hey, your teammates are waiting for you.
Like, this is actually this map is actually a pretty good showcase of different types of environments that you could potentially see.
There's another wave on the way.
Get ready. Time to wave back.
In a, you know, a much larger game. However, well, you know, first line of defense to getting cool ideas, you have to get the publisher behind it. So we need to convince EA that we want a bigger game with Titans. And honestly, unfortunately, sad thing is I don't think Titanfall 2 is worth enough. Not because I don't like the fucking game, it's because not enough people are like us and like giant robots. These people are fucking Philistines, but, well, that's the thing. Really, I don't understand how these people don't think giant robots are cool. It's a giant suit of armor. You don't have to be so lowbrow about it, but, you know, there's plenty of romanticism that you can throw behind this. Ow. Ow. Fucking ticks. Well, at least he killed the Arc Titan. Okay. Well, I was trying to help. Really, I was. Okay, so what's the situation here? Oh, I fucking hear you. Oh, actually, no, that's the teammate. Never mind. That's our backup. Alright, well, it seems like the enemy Titans are reforming now. Better go and greet them. You get the fuck back here. You waddle your fat ass back here. And you just stay right there. That means we're in the right place, Scorch.
Harvest the shields back up to 100%.
Motherfucker, I missed. Son of a bitch! You fucking disappearing tricks. Son of a bitch. Or flame core. That's also a thing we could do. He's dead. Where's that flame core? Come on, come on, give me the ticks. Give me the ticks, tick, tick, tick. There it is! Ow. That's that fucking Scorch behind me. I knew he was gonna be trouble, but I didn't think he was looking at me. Legion.
Focus up, team. Take out whatever's damaging it.
Good.
Good news, team.
We have 0 hit points.
Let's finish this.
I'd like to stay not doomed, please. Alright then.
Work together. Take them out.
Okay. The cloak drone just managed to disappear. Fuck him then. But look at that.
The harvester was untouched.
Edge
that
of the
time.
knife.
Good work.
Good work? Come on, Drone. It was great work.
Did I get the thingy? Did I get the thingy? I did get the thingy. Look at me go. King of the thingies.
I think they're getting desperate. They're throwing everything they've got at you. Get ready.
Okay, that doesn't really give me all that much back, but okay, it's something. Alright. Hello, sir. Do I want? I cannot. Now, was it just me, or there wasn't enough money in there beforehand? What? Hang on. That's weird. But maybe it's something down to my fucking perception. Never mind. Because it felt like there was $100 just kind of coming in there out of nowhere. It might have been somebody dropping it in on me as I was looking at it, though. I don't know.
Let's get him.
Okay, so, 4th wave. War is not a game. And also, you got these kind of interesting looking dystopian backgrounds, honestly. Honestly, it'd be nice to fight in these sorts of places.
Take
However, most of the time with Titanfall, we don't get these very large, big environments. We don't get to fight under something that looks like this, or on top of something that looks like this. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. But as I was going to say, just by that thought, it seems like there's space for Titanfall 3 whenever the fuck it gets around. Hopefully in that game, every Titan functions kind of like Monarch, and we have a greater emphasis on PvE content. Another interesting idea for a game mode would be Titan Rush. Like, for example, you know that, well, you know the mission in the campaign with the actual legitimate Titan drop onto the enemy base and you progress through the base? You see that? What if that was a game mode? Whereas one team defends and one team attacks. That'd be interesting. Or rather, in addition to that, we could have a sort of offensive type of deal with, whatchamacallit, with Frontier Defense. Instead of defending something, we're attacking something. Exactly like that base. Whereas basically the developers arrange a gauntlet for us to run through, and then we go, well, we take what we need and attempt to complete it. Sort of like an MMO dungeon, but with giant robots. That would be neat. Also, Titan behind me. Well, you're not sprinting out of the flame. A's got him. Tick! Ow! Fucking ticks. There's a lot of things that you can do with Titanfall that doesn't necessarily have to be a fucking arena shooter. That's kind of why I dislike the idea of Titanfall, just like people like touting the arena shooter nature of Titanfall as if it is the only thing. Because quite honestly, to me, it just seems like a waste of the concept in the world. It's too fucking simple. Things in an arena shooter just do not fucking matter as much. Like, the world in an arena shooter doesn't fucking really matter all that much. Like, does anyone really remember what the fuck Quake was supposed to be about? Probably not. Some people may be out there, but does anyone really remember the story of Unreal and what Quake is based on? Did that ever matter while people were playing Quake 3 Arena? No. Unreal Tournament started, I remember Unreal Tournament attempting to have a lore, but well, that only worked once. Or rather, they tried it once and then, well, it didn't really come to anything. So, quite honestly to me, most of the time, all the work people put into arena shooters, in terms of world building and lore, kind of goes to waste. And, in a way, Titanfall 2 knows this, or rather, Titanfall in general knows this, and is really, really, really efficient. For example,
He's literally speechless.
most of the shit in this game is sort of like... It's sort of like Escape from New York, kind of. Where it's an action movie where it just kind of talks really tall and talks really cool. But most of the time, it doesn't really detail what the fuck it's talking about very much. It just kind of throws concept at you and hope that, you know, it's cool enough that you'll just buy into it without them having to explain it. That's kind of what Titanfall rides on. Like, for example, the tutorial video that came out for Frontier Defense. They posed the question, what are they harvesting inside that harvester beam? And then they respond to it with immediately, that's on a need-to-know basis. You know what the truth is? They don't even fucking know what that is. It's just there. But, you know, it's that kind of thing where you don't really necessarily need to have that kind of backup, like backing to the reasoning.
But you ready? We're all waiting for you.
So largely, it's good enough like that. But you see, that's what I mean. That's not what I wanted to do. Son of a bitch. But that's what I mean. You see, it's enough to get you off your ass and doing something, without actually really needing to tell you fucking everything about what's going on. And honestly, I think the Titanfall universe is Honestly, it's you could do more stuff in this universe to flesh this shit out. It's begging to be fleshed out, to be honest. But, well, this is what we have to deal with now, I suppose. That's nowhere near where I wanted to put that fucking canister. And it's also not killing the grunt. Fuck it, I'll just let the sentry turrets do it. The Titans are more important. Hey, you. Thanks for testing the arc trap. It does in fact work. Oi. Stand fucking still. Stand still and let the fire burn you. The Legion is behind me, but I want to deal with this one first. I've got your feats. One shot was sufficient to burn him to death. How about that? Flame! Ow. Son of a bitch. Slow down so I can lead you properly. Log. You see, that just stops me from actually... See? Well, at least he fell for my arc trap.
I'm seeing arc titans incoming soon. Arm up.
Okay, mortar titans coming from our left, and that Ronin is on fire. Literally on fire. That is legit fire. It's real fire.
The shields are absorbing damage.
Well, good. At least he killed the mortar titans. I helped, though. It looks like the other side of the map is kind of in danger of being swamped. Yeah, that's you know what? This tone over there, he can go fuck himself. This demands my attention. Okay, so, Ion. Get out. Mortar Titans. That better... Who the fuck's following me? I think the Ronin died, so I think we're on our own in terms of fast. That is a lot of fucking Mortar Titans. Son of a fucking... There it is! He had to rub on my face a little bit, but we got him. That's not what I wanted to do. That's also not what I wanted to do. Done. Alright then. See, that shit over there, that shit's bad. But there's nobody fucking over. God damn it. Somebody's over there now. But we got a problem here in about 5 seconds. And it's not gonna be just me dying. Ooh. Well. Oh great, Scorches. Oh boy. That guy over there is having some fun. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me my cans back. Ow! This fucking... This tone is still over here. Did I get him? I got him! Fire and forget. I think this is about as close as I'm gonna get to that fight. Ah! Good.
Good job, guys. I think you impressed Davis. Victory! Victory! Victory!
Ronin had a nice entrance there at the finale. Good on him. Alright. Good game, folks. Hey, look! I'm immortal! Ha! Oh, well, look at that. Stole the top crown at the last second. Hey, fucking lever. Son of a bitch. You wait for the loading screen. Okay. Rank 13. We're moving along. Oh, well. Still got a ways to go. A long ways to go. But, well, as I said, as for grinds, this is just noticeable and not extreme. Still plenty more Frontier to go around.